Okay. Okay. We're going to do a Mars energy reading. There will probably be a lot of channeled messages coming through, as always, but they will be coming through in and out. So if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, you'll know when it's me talking to you, when it's your guides, and when it's the energy of Mars, okay? When I channel, I don't sit there telling you when I'm switching channels, it just does it. So let's see what the energy of Mars has to say for all of us on Earth. Oh, that's beautiful. The Earth is going through a transition period regarding its inhabitants, and Mars and the other planets seem to be looking at the Earth as the spirits of nature and the elements are coming back to the Earth as beings that will be seen by the beings of the Earth. If you look at this as the galaxy we're in, these being all the stars in the galaxy, that being the sun and the moon, and that being like the Earth, kind of like the focus point, everyone's looking at the Earth to see its stage of initiation towards evolution. And it was just 144 as I said that. What are we being initiated towards? What's owed to us? Do you see that? Do you feel that energy? We're being initiated towards knowing the truth, towards our birthrights, our abundance and prosperity, our actual DNA. Our warrior Amazon selves, the warrior goddesses and gods within us that have been abused and neglected for centuries due to dark magicians manifesting that pain. So now the energy of Mars is coming in to remove and to bring clarity, which will probably feel like it's conflict or like energy of rage. Just let it flow through you. Take action to better your lives. What's Tom, the poet, representing here? Okay, I'm hearing wrong deck. Clarify, Tom, the poet, please. What are you telling us with this? It's the energy of the child of light, the divine children, maybe more children being birthed into this year that will carry the energy of the violet flame, which will illuminate and transmute all the darkness into beneficial love energy. What advice is Tom, the poet, bringing us? King of Water and the Seneschal. So much good stuff is coming, but we are probably going to screw it up because of forced division between our species on this earth by dark magicians. But stay loyal to the earth and to your family. Stay loyal, well, to the human family and to the earth family, which means other species too, that they have also been abused. Doesn't matter what skin color it is, doesn't matter where from the earth you are, we've all been abused, we've all been treated terribly. There have been civilizations upon civilizations that have been wiped out. Like, there has been discrimination across every single species, across every single life form. It's time we all come together as children of the earth, daughters of Gaia, and sons of the sun, so we can move forward together. What is Penelope, the Dreamweaver, showing us in regards to this Mars energy? A choice point. We can either choose the path of fear or the path of love, obviously. Both lead to the same place, but one path is more pleasant than the other. See? See the hands? The choice lies within every human being in regards to what they choose and how they choose to behave. I highly recommend a detox for the next 2 to 3 days of meat products, alcohol, tobacco, drugs of any kind. Marijuana does not count as a drug. It is a plant that grows out of the earth. Vape oils do count as a drug. Vape oils are not grown out of the earth. We have a choice. Do we bring clarity and growth, rejuvenation to Mother Earth with our truth, or do we destroy the life and create another Mars? But this time, the Earth being Mars, a barren fucking desert. The balancing point is our emotions and where we bring conflict. Are we bringing conflict to the enemies of life, or are we bringing conflict to ourselves, which is invoked by the enemies of life to have us suffer so that we make the wrong choices? See? Even targeted individuals, gang stalkers, governments, and all that, they're all in the line of sight of Mars. Mars is a god of war. So if we're going to have conflict on the planet, it's going to affect all of us. We can't hide from it anymore. What else do we need to know regarding this Mars energy? Singer of Chalice. The energy that fills the Ace of Cups. The energy of love itself. The Holy Spirit, so to speak. The Divine Mother. An alchemical transmutation. What we're going to experience in the next 3 days will shake the earth itself to its core and change it. Divine children are being born, conceived, and are being created. Contracts are being made for these children to come in, and they cannot incarnate on a world that is low vibrational. They are coming in to anchor a new reality on the same earth, not a new earth, to cleanse this earth so that this earth does not become a barren wasteland like Mars has become due to the interference and sabotage of evil energy. In order to transmute that evil energy, it means that we need to take up action against evil, which means create more love. I just saw Mars die. I saw the trees. I'm looking at the oak man's eyes, and I'm seeing like as if the oak man is looking at nuclear explosions going off on Mars and burning and disintegrating all the trees and life forms. And this was the last tree left on Mars that saw what Mars was and then what it became, and then it died. And they're warning us to not let that happen to Earth because of the same, evil species, whether they have scales or whether they're goo. It's heartbreaking, honestly. It's so sad. It's like the wounded warrior begging, begging, begging Earth and Gaia and its children to please do not let them do this again to another planet. All those animals, all the children, all the mothers and fathers, all the innocent lives, the trees, the earthworms, the flowers, the bees, the ladybugs, the sylphs, the undines, the gnomes, the salamanders, the fae, the elves, the phoenixes, the unicorns. All of them would be wiped out if humanity doesn't take a stand and stand up for its planet. I really wish I could be the legitimate, like, worldwide known voice of the earth where I could just speak to everybody at once and tell these people all the stuff that comes out in these videos. I pray to God that I am blessed in a way where I get to share these messages to a larger audience. Grandmother of Jesus. Humanity, please, please, please snap out of the trance that was put on you by the dark reptile beings, the dark AI and archons, the ones who lied to you, the ones who betrayed you, the ones who tampered with your genetic structure. Don't let them do this again to the earth. Not again. There are good reptilians, there are bad reptilians, just like there are good humans and there are bad humans. Do not let a few bad snakes ruin the garden. Gaia, she's begging you guys, please protect her. Protect the great mother Tiamat. Protect Oshun. People say they don't need your protection, but they need to know that you would protect them. We really need to behave as a human family and take care of the planet we're on. There's Sophia, Dragon of Wisdom. Gaia Sophia. Carla, thank you so much for this deck, honey. Thank you so much. Look, the wounded dragon, Mars, and all the civilizations that were on Mars, that the Elohim and Anunnaki and others relocated the species to Earth, to Gaia, so that we can gain wisdom in an enclosed, dense environment so that the other energies wouldn't be able to come in. But even Gaia is suffering. All the planets are suffering because Gaia is sister to all the planets, to the entire universe. She's the jewel of God's eye. And she's been on her own for so long. All the while, people on her planet are destroying her, eating her from her, but like poisoning what they're eating, raping and like murdering and destroying life on the planet for no other reason other than financial money, like power, energy. And then you guys wonder why you're so tired. It's because your energy's been drained by these entities. What advice do you have for the human collective? Wake up, you guys. Wake up. Where are you going to be if you don't have the earth beneath your feet? They already destroyed Mars. They already destroyed Mercury. The other planets, I mean, do you really want to go live on Saturn? Do you want to go live on Venus? We have the kingdom of heaven right under our feet. Do not let them fuck with your planet. You guys say you have boundaries in relationships in your homes. You guys, some of you have guns and shotguns on your farms and stuff. But what are you doing to protect the earth? Are you even recycling? Are you composting? Are you putting out bird feeders and bird food? Are you creating bee houses for the bees? Are you giving water to these animals in bowls? Are you giving food to the crows and the ravens and the birds? No, right? You guys are just sitting there fucking staring at one video after another while the earth is dying under your feet. And you guys are dying as a species and you're not doing shit to protect the planet. You're leaving it up to the light workers while the rest of you act like fucking peasants and NPCs. And then you wonder, why do we have fucking leadership? Why do we have governments? Why do we have rulers and kings and queens? Because you guys don't act like kings and queens and you guys don't lead yourselves. 2,000 years ago, Yeshua, Christ, walked the earth and told you guys all this. Every single day since then, every single person has either lied or done something to clear the lies up. It's been a fucking battle for 2,000 to 26,000 years cycles of this stupid pillage, plunder, and ravaging of planet Earth. And prior to that, it was on Mars. God knows what happened prior to Mars. And still, humanity wants to pretend that it needs to be saved when humanity is what the problem is. Human unity, humanity. Where is the human unity? How dare the human species claim that any other species is bad when the human beings are eating themselves? And you guys are waiting for Kali Ma for like some Armageddon? Do you guys not see what's already happening? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So some of you seem to have an excuse like, oh, what are we supposed to do? Well, you're alive. You can, you're standing or you're sitting. What are you doing with your mind and your heart? Watching stuff, right? Well, that's a choice. You could be meditating. You could be sending good energy into the earth. You could be planting flowers. You could be gardening. You could be planting trees. You could be, you know, applying or putting yourself in political office and being voted for by the community and by the majority because the votes would actually be real. I mean, nobody wants to vote for a corrupt politician. So if you're not a corrupt politician and you're putting your name in to be voted for, you're probably going to get voted for, aren't you? There's so much you can do where you stand. All of you farmers who are growing these monoculture crops just for money, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed. How dare you grow acres and acres of corn when you can grow acres and acres of food forests? All because you think you get more money per ton for corn or soybeans? You know how much more money you would get from everybody in the world if you were actually growing organic food in your garden and putting a farmer's market on outside your house every week? You could even open an Etsy shop or fucking open up a GoDaddy website and sell your food there. There is no fucking excuse to destroy the earth you stand on and then to try to fucking fly off to another planet and regrow that planet to fucking fuck that planet up again. Ugh. I'm gonna go. This is. God help me get to a position in life where I can do something more than just talk to myself on the fucking camera so I can help the world and its people. This is so not right, man.